All right, Ambush, and today we are joined by a country singer, songwriter who just released his fourth single at the beginning of April here, 2022, and he also just returned from a little bit of a tour, and we are here today to connect all about it here with my guest, one Kris Barclay. How's it going today, Kris?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Hey, I am very excited to have you here today to dive behind some of the new music. So what do you say? Why don't we just jump on feet first?
Let's go. Both feet.
All right. So the new single released April 1st, but it ain't no joke. It is entitled More Than Whiskey. So of course, I need to know, when exactly did this track begin to take shape for one, Kris Barclay?
Actually, not long before the release itself. And I have to, I never wrote this song. I messaged my Megan Patrick's been a friend of mine for a few years, and I just sent her a text and I said, hey, I have a bunch of songs that I'm considering as my next single, and I know you write all the time, so if you happen to have a song that was meant for someone that never got cut and it's just kind of hanging around, then feel free to I got a puppy now. You just saw something out the window.
No worries.
Feel free to send me the demo, and if it works, it works, and if not, no harm, no foul kind of thing. And she said, hey, this feels like it might fit you. And so I went and I listened to it, and as soon as I heard it the first time, I just kind of fell in love with the chorus, and it's such a big song. So I sent it to my team, my management and stuff, and they were pumped. And after that, it was just like, it was, how fast can we get this recorded and released? Because the song's awesome.
Fantastic. Well, that's actually one thing that I did see is the fact that this is the first song that you have released that you weren't actually on the pen behind the track. So what was that like for you?
Definitely a different experience. I mean, I'm not the type. I would love to write all my songs. However, I don't necessarily feel the need to. I think there's some outstanding, incredible talented people that just write songs all day, every day. And that's just what they do. I mean, they're naturally just really, really, really good at it. So why would I pass up on such a great opportunity and a great song when it's just sitting right there for me? So it was different in that sense. I also, do you have any dogs?
I have had many dogs. I grew up on a farm.
Oh man. Well, we got a 9-month-old lab that's just excited about everything.
Everything.
So he wakes up fired up, ready to go. So
still so much to explore.
Oh, tell me about it. So yeah. So just the process of recording a song I didn't write, it's kind of funny because most times when you write the song, it's like you have like a little bit of skin in the game, so to speak, where I didn't write the song. And the song, by the way, was written by Megan, Aaron Goodvin, Alberta boy, and then a guy out of Nashville who I haven't met. We've talked over like emails and social media and stuff, but Skip Black, I hope to meet him and write with him one day. He's awesome. But so I never wrote it. And then all I did was I didn't produce it either because I'm not a producer. So I just basically showed up and sang. It was kind of a different feeling in that sense. However, the song really spoke to me. I really related with it, and so it felt real good. So yeah.
I also, one thing that I did notice as well is that you did work with a different producer on this track as well. One, sorry if I mispronounced this here, but Jeff Dalziel.
No, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Hey, so what did Jeff add to the track, and did you learn anything from him from working with him in the studio?
Yeah, well, it's kind of cool to work with a different producer. Not that I had it, like, I still love the guys that the thing was I was recording in Nashville before, and Jeff's studio is only 20 minutes from my house here in Ontario. So it just, out of convenience sake and with the restrictions on the border and everything, I just decided to do one up here. And everybody has a different style. It's kind of like cooking. You know what I mean? Like, everyone maybe does the same, you end up with the same product, but they do the steps in a different order, or they chop their certain vegetables a different way than another person might. But either way, it ends up being the same thing. And So it was just interesting to see his creative process versus people I worked with in the past and the contrast. But at the end of the day, I think Jeff did a really great job. I mean, he really brought the life out of the song. I think he brought the emotion of the song forward, and with the instrumentation and everything else that goes with the vocal. And yeah, the players that played on the song did a phenomenal job, I think. And again, Jeff with his maestro stick, just kind of, keeping it moving. I think, like I said, he did a great job. Easy to work with. What a great guy. And yeah, it was just a great experience overall.
Hey, fantastic. And it came out with a great track. More Than Whiskey has been out for almost a month now. So what has the reception been like for the track so far here?
I mean, it's been awesome. It's been really, really great. The messages, the people who are sharing the song, and just seeing all that stuff come up on, whether it's Instagram or Facebook and TikTok, and people like making TikToks with the song as the audio and stuff. That's just really cool. Obviously, the uncertainty over the past couple of years, it's just really nice to kind of get back to just like I said, like singing, just like singing for the purpose, like singing for real. You know what I mean? Like not to your steering wheel or to your shower head, like singing into a proper microphone, recording, putting songs out, getting feedback from people. I'm extremely thankful. If you leave a comment on any post I make, or if you share something of mine, you're going to get a message from me. I go through all of it. I take the time to do it because you took the time to share it or comment or anything in the first place. So if you do that, then I'm going to definitely go through and make sure I give you a thanks or something. You know what I mean? Like I try and interact with everyone the best I can because I really do appreciate it. It's awesome.
Hey, absolutely. And now sounds like as good a time as any to ask if somebody watching the show wanted to do exactly that. Where can they go ahead and do that?
Wherever you use social media and wherever you listen to music, whether it's Spotify or Apple, you can find, or Amazon or all those other platforms, the music's there. If you want to jump on your, whatever it is, your Facebook, Instagram, I'm trying to make all the TikToks I can these days. So you can find me there, man, and just type my name in and you'll see me goofing around on social media. So that's it.
Hey, perfect. Your favorite platform, Kris Barclay. I'll have some links down in the description to the show below as well. Make it easy for the listeners so that they can go ahead and connect with you.
I appreciate that, man. Thanks.
Hey, I appreciate it as well. And of course, one thing you mentioned there is the difference of being able to maybe sing not in front of the shower head, but maybe in front of a microphone. And one thing we've also been able to do a little bit more of is sing in front of people, like an actual audience. And a lot of your career of having actually releasing singles has been through the last couple of years, the pandemic. Your last two singles, they're 360 and Right Here, released right in the middle of things. Probably a little bit hard to get the live shows to hype those tracks up, but recently you've been able to get back out onto the road, back onto the stage, back out on tour with even one Megan Patrick. What has it been like to get back on the stage, my friend?
It's been a really cool thing for me. I got into this business. I got into this whole lifestyle just playing shows. That's all I did for years. Like I didn't release music for years and years. All I did was play shows. I didn't even know any better. I just got my guitar, showed up at bars and clubs and played shows. I got a band together, played shows. That's it. So I connect with this industry the most on stage. I write music. I love to write music. I like to record music and all those things. But the real reason I'm doing all of this is so that I can get on stage and just have a blast and play shows for people. So the fact that that's, like you're saying, like I put a couple of singles out and couldn't be out there on stage doing the thing. So now that we're coming out of that and I was able to jump out there and play, it felt good to feel nervous again. You know what I mean? It felt real good to get those pre-show jitters, that anxiousness right before you go on stage. It felt real good to feel that again. And crowds were super excited, super pumped to be there. They were really responsive and kind of participating in the shows and stuff. And that made a world of difference. And the shows were amazing. Shout out to Megan for being a really great host and headliner for myself and my guitar player Mike was out on the road with me. it was one big party backstage. She treated us just like I was part of their band, and it was just a really great experience overall.
Hey, fantastic. And of course, we asked what the reception was to the release of this latest single. For being able to finally play some of these tracks live, what was the reception to all of these songs to those live crowds?
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, I think people are just really excited to be going to shows again. You know, it's a thing that people haven't been able to do for so long now, and having the ability to get out and go see your favorite artists, no matter who it is, and go to shows and go to events, it's exciting for people. And I think it's what a lot of people need right now. And it's, again, like when I started playing music, I started playing in these little pubs and bars, and it was all about seeing my friends at these local bars, and they'd go out and then you'd be playing a song and you'd see them all having a great time and buying drinks for each other and cheers and dancing and arms around each other and singing along. And like that kind of hype and positivity you can't really find like in a lot of types of different areas in life. And it's something very unique and special to live music, concerts, the connection between people. And I think that's what people have been craving over this whole thing, is the connection between their friends and their family and stuff. That we're thankful for this Zoom, all the FaceTimes, all this, but it's something about being in person, hearing your favorite song come on, and you have a drink in your hand, you're just having a good time. Like, I mean, there's something about that you can't replace. And so the reception, the looks on the people's faces as you're looking out, playing your songs, and you're seeing everybody having a good time, it kind of brings you right back. And it's such a good feeling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, you mentioned earlier there, it felt good to feel nervous before the show. And I know that some artists, a lot of people sort of have a pre-game routine, a little bit of a warm-up before they get on stage to maybe try and get through those nerves, get prepared to get out. Do you have a pre-show routine that Kris Barclay goes through?
The routine is there is no routine. That's if that makes any sense. I don't like to overthink anything. Like if I start getting into like a routine, I have to do certain things a certain way and I have to do all this, it starts to get into a point where I start overthinking the show. And that's when things for me start to get like, I'm a bit different that way, I suppose. I like to just kind of relax. And I definitely get like hyper and like anxious and stuff. I get like walking around and pacing but usually like on this tour, we were all hanging out backstage. So we were just hanging out, telling stories and laughing and carrying on. And the next thing you know, it was like, hey, Kris, they're ready for you. Let's go. And I was like, perfect, let's go. And for me, that's the best way to do it. I was the same when I played hockey. I played it, like, I think I mentioned I played at pretty high level of hockey when I was growing up. And it was the same thing. If I sat in the dressing room and like went through this like whole routine of trying to get focused for the game and all this, I would always play bad, always. But if I was just out joking around in the hallway with the guys and walking around and talking to the training staff and talking to everybody else and just, relaxing and having fun, I would always play better. So I translate that to my music career. The more I'm just having fun and talking to people and joking around and telling stories and all that, that's when I'm relaxed and playing my best.
Hey. Good to have fun, especially with a fun new single out to the world. More Than Whiskey, it is available on your favorite music streaming service. You heard it earlier too. Kris Barclay. You can find him on your favorite social media. Connect with the man, jam the music, share it, build some hype, have a good time. Go to one of his shows, right?
I love it, man. I love it.
Hey, I love it too. And I have one last question for you, Kris. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Hey, perfect. Of course, we've talked about coming out of this pandemic, releasing this new single, finally getting back onto the road. And what I would like to know now is, through the process of finally getting to this moment, the past couple of years here, what has the process of exactly that, crafting music, building yourself as an artist, releasing yourself into the world, how has it helped you grow as a person, or what has it taught you about yourself?
Wow, that's a deep last question. Good for you. I always like a question that stumps me quick before we finish. That's good. I've had to be resourceful. That's a good word. So when I'm not playing music, when I'm not touring and playing shows and in the studio and all that stuff, I train hockey players. So I'm on the ice. I'm a skills coach, and I train athletes from little kids, 5 years old, all the way up to guys trying to crack into junior and beyond. And so that's something I care a lot about and I take very seriously. And I really love being out there with the guys and girls working and trying to accomplish their dreams and trying to pass on a little bit about what I learned through the hockey world. And so it's something I take real seriously. And so when music went away, it was like I was full-time doing that, but then all the rinks shut down. So then I was toast again. And so I had to come up with something else. Well, I grew up in a construction type family. And so my brother-in-law actually has his own business doing that. He does custom home. He builds custom homes. He renovates homes. He does all that kind of stuff. And so I grabbed my toolbox and my steel toe boots, and off I was doing construction. So it was just trying to be resourceful. It was just trying to make ends meet and at the same time still writing music. And I think it taught me to be more open about myself on social media. I was always very hesitant to I'm a goof. If we meet in person and we're in the room together, I'm a goof. And people are always saying, man, I need to sneakily record you because you're way funnier in person and you're way more open in person. It's like something about it took me a while to get open about being funny and being I don't know, I guess myself on social media. I was kind of guarded with that. Mm-hmm. And so it's taught me, because that was the only way I could connect to people. It's taught me to kind of be more open with myself and just being able to reach out and be myself and be a goof on social media and not worry about too much. And so I guess be resourceful is one, and be more open and stuff on social media is maybe be the second thing. So, yeah.
Well, I thank you for sharing these lessons with us, as well as the story of this latest single, More Than Whiskey, with us here today on the DTP, Kris.
Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it.